This video is brought to you by racism. Racism is accepted wherever true Americans are.
Perfect.
And when I stand up for myself, he threatens to call the police and revoke my membership.
Do you need something? Do you need something? Do you need something? Okay, I thought so.
Are you okay?
Keep it pushing.
If you're getting rude, you can leave. Nobody was looking at you any type of way. I don't own the gym. I work here. Yes. And
That
if you're
means
getting
what?
rude, then you can leave.
That means what?
I can call the police and have you trespassed right now. Would you like that?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead, let him know.
That's what we'll do. So right now, I need you to take your stuff and head up front. Like she said, you can do something. We got
So, as you can clearly see in the video, you have this Caucasian woman. She's at the gym and she's taking off her shirt nice and slow. She makes sure she got the camera posted at an angle so that she can capture, right, the two men that are basically behind her who just so happen to be black, right? So, as she's doing this, you see the one dude who is more than likely sitting there. He's like, yo, sit up there, look, right? So the other black man, he looks for about a few seconds. After he looks for a few seconds, literally within that, she immediately sees him like, can I help you? Can I help you? Do you have a problem? Do you want... The dude never even said nothing. He looked for 2 seconds and she's automatically on the attack. She's automatically with the masculine energy. She's automatically the one that's initiating and being aggressive. So then he comes directly over to her, like, excuse me? Like, are what are you saying? Like he's completely baffled. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you saying? What are you trying to say? Like that went on that's happening here that never even actually happened. Right? This is what guys are talking about. When it just so happens that you do something as simple as look, and this is what you just so happen to get. You get this type of attitude, you get all of these things, right? But the main thing about it is the fact that she tried in a sense to act like she was being harassed or whatever you want to try to state it. Proof of this is this statement here. I'm not entitled, just a woman that knows how to stand up for herself. Were you there? No. I'm a female alone in a gym with 98% dudes. I felt threatened. Where? Where were you threatened? Where was anybody trying to physically harm you, trying to intimidate you, trying to coerce you, trying to force? Like, where was any of this taking place? Oh, I forgot. That's right. Because these are two black dudes who just so have happened to give you a little bit of attention, a little bit of acknowledgement, like, yo, this woman actually exists. You wanted to sit up there and go off the rails, and you wanted to try to Amber Heard, Me Too. You wanted to try to do all of these things. You tried to imitate this man. This is how this starts. This is how this happens. Because you got women like this who feel entitled, who feel that they are just the most beautiful thing and that every single man out there wants them and all these other types of things. And this is how they sit up there and react when they get 2 seconds worth of attention. And then you heard how entitled she was. She was like, "Oh yeah, you're going to sit up there and put me out the gym? Okay, yeah, okay, we'll see, we'll see." And then she decided to still sit up there in the mirror.
Few minutes later.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Now we were all clearly able to see what took place, and you saw the look on her face because she thought that she was so entitled, that she was so powerful, that automatically her looks and her body was going to give her the right of way to get this man fired. Let alone the fact that, never mind the fact that this black man is a trainer and you decided to make false accusations against a black man in a gym who's a trainer at said gym. You had all the video evidence, you had everything, at your disposal, and still they got rid of you over the black man. That should clear cut tell you who was wrong and who was right. And obviously, it was not the black man who spent 2 seconds, all of 2 seconds, just looking in your direction before you decided to falsely try to accuse him, stating that you felt threatened and that your father raised you right to stand up for yourself and all these other things. And then you wanted to bring up, oh, well, I'm in a gym full of 98% men and all these. Like I said, all this is the type of stuff, yet again, that just so happens to have gotten black men throughout the history of America had their lives taken, have them brutalized, had them murdered, had them strung up, and all types of things basically done, all over some supposed tears, some supposed things that supposedly have had happened but never happened, nor did they ever exist. The only place they existed was in her mind. And last but not least, this is the most insane thing about this. For a person that supposedly felt threatened, you have all of this proof. Nowhere did it state that you call the police or anything like that. The gym directly put you out, and they revoked your membership, and that black trainer is still hired there. Not only did all of those things take place, but you decided that you needed to private all of your social media accounts. So you can see her Twitter, you can see her IG, you can also see her TikTok, all of which are private. But the thing is, if you're 100% in the right and you have the proof of everything that you're saying, you felt oh so threatened by this trainer who only looked in your direction for 2 seconds while you decided to speak and initiate conversation and get aggressive with him and all of this other type of stuff. If you got all of this proof and you're so in the right, why then would you decide to private all of your social media accounts as if you have something to hide? If you're being truthful and you're being honest about how you felt that this black man was being towards you, I would feel that you would have your social media accounts completely open so that people can go through and listen to your voice and hear your side of the story and listen to you explain, while also going through your social media to see if you have a slight hint of racism directly within your DNA. But yet, we're not able to do that because obviously you lied. You 100% lied. And when people first found the video and first found your social media, you started getting grilled. And because you started getting grilled, you couldn't sit up there and handle those questions. You couldn't handle that exposure. You couldn't handle all of the people telling you how wrong and how nonsensical and how dangerous this type of behavior, these accusations are, and how damaging it is to men, but not only men, to black men. So because of all of that, you was like, whatever. I'm just gonna go private and act like this never happened. Yeah.